Good evening, I'm Rick Tillery.
I'm Trish Close. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's the second week in the Billy Simmons murder trial. Simmons accused of killing Kaelin Glazier 15 years ago.
Today kicked off with legal wrangling and wrapped up with emotional testimony. News 10's Kaelin Conrad starts our team coverage with tonight's top story at 6.
Tuesday morning marked the fourth day in court for defendant William Simmons. To start the day, the prosecution called forensics expert Jeffrey Dovesey to the stand.
The bones are sitting right there.
Dovesey worked on recovering Glazier's remains when they were found in April 2008.
Roots had grown in that area for a long time, so the roots were intertwined and the bones were actually kind of wrapped in the vegetation.
Glazier disappeared on November 6, 1996. The defendant was the last person known to have seen her. Dovesey testified that when her body was finally discovered, it appeared to have been lying on the ground's surface.
In this case, as we're going down, as we're pulling the grass away, the bones are sitting right there. And as we go across the entire site, they're all on the top of the ground. There are none that are buried. There are none that are down in the dirt.
He says the way her skeleton was positioned told him the bones were not scattered there, but the whole body was left that way.
A tape in there, and the tape shows that this is relatively what you would expect from the length of a human being.
He says with her skeleton, investigators found bits of clothing, a ring, and duct tape. Covering your news in Medford, Kaelin Conrad, News 10.
This afternoon, testimony from Kaelin Glazier's family. News 10's Whitney Clark continues our team coverage from the courthouse. Whitney.
Trish, Rick, everyone. Now today was day 5 of William Simmons' murder trial here at the Jackson County Courthouse. Now just this afternoon we heard from 5 witnesses. Now although the main focus today was on Glazier's remains, we heard from the uncle and mother of William Simmons, who both took the stand recalling what they remember about the night that Glazier went missing. Now, like I said before, state prosecutors and defense attorneys spent about 3 hours interviewing these forensic experts who were in charge of retrieving and processing Glazier's remains when they were found back in 2008. We saw photographs of that evidence, which included a t-shirt, a black t-shirt and bra. Both were so badly decomposed it was almost hard to even really tell what they were. The t-shirt actually had roots and leaves growing from it. Now, we also heard from a DNA analyst whose name was Heather Feeman. She's with OSP up in Portland. Now, she explained the process of analyzing DNA, and in this case, she analyzed 10 pieces of duct tape that were found with Glazier's remains. Now, basically, she said, through this sort of complicated process that she goes through, she can exclude people based on their DNA profiles. Now, she said she was able to exclude both William Simmons and Clifford Ruland, who was Glazier's ex-boyfriend, along with a number of other people, basically saying their DNA did not match up with that duct tape. Now, like I said before, finally we heard from the uncle and mother of William Simmons, Donald Cheadle and Barbara Simmons. Both of them said they lived on the property with Simmons in the Applegate, just across the street where Glazier's body was found. Both said that Williams had his own trailer and would always have people over there. It was sort of the hangout hotspot for him and all his friends to hang out. His uncle Donald said he had seen Kaelin a few times before she went missing, and his mother Barbara said actually that she believed she had seen her at their home the day before she went missing. Both of them having kind of a lot of problems remembering the details surrounding her disappearance back in 1996. Now, like I said before, we heard from 5 witnesses today. Now, at the beginning of this trial last Tuesday, prosecutors say they plan on calling up 40 witnesses. The trial will resume again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Covering your news in Medford, Whitney Clark, News 10.